Hello friends, how are you? I hope you all are well. Today in this video, I am going to discuss one of the very important topic for class 10. It may be CBSE, it may be ICSE, it may be our Telangana state syllabus, almost all states this topic is there. At the same time, in your intermediate or plus 2 second year also, this light topic is there. So, the topic is very important so far as 10th class as well as plus 2. But since I am explaining about the 10th class, so I shall be restricted within 10th class syllabus, but I shall give my best to explain all the concepts which is necessary for your 10th class as well as for your higher studies. The concept is same what you will study in 10th, same concept for the same points will be same in case of a higher studies, it may be intermediate or plus 2, whatever it can be. So be careful. I hope that you might have subscribed my channel. If you have not done, don't delay, because your subscription will give me some inspiration. At the same time, you will get the information at the earliest which will help you to study systematically, consistently. So I hope that if you understand my video, you don't forget to like or dislike. It is up to you. So let us start. So the topic is reflection of light. Before reflection of light, we should know what to mean by light. So this is a very well known common term, everybody knows. But we have to know the scientific aspects of the term light. So what is light? So I can say that it is an invisible form of energy. So I can say that light is an invisible form of energy which creates sensation of vision when it falls in our eyes, either from a source or from a object after reflection. After reflection. That means I want to say that light is invisible form of energy. We can't see the light, but by the light we can see others. For example, the sun. Sun is a source of light. So light is directly coming from the sun. We can see the sun. I can see an object. How light after falling on the object, it is reflecting. The reflected light, when it enter in our eye, I am able to see the object. Okay. So two cases we can see the object. If the object itself is a source of light, or the object reflect the light coming from other sources. Okay. So I have written light is an invisible form. Generally, students feel that light we can see. Actually, we cannot see the light. You see the space where the atmosphere is not there. It is completely vacuum. It is completely dark, because there is no particles to scatter or to reflect the light. So light is invisible. What we are seeing the light, that is not the light, that is the scattering or the reflection due to presence of a number of particles present in air or in our surrounding. So light is completely invisible. I can say that it consists of electromagnetic waves. So I can say that it consists of electromagnetic wave and its speed is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, or I can say 3 lakh kilometer per second in vacuum. Okay, so it does not require any material medium. So children, it is too hot from time to time. I'm getting sweat. Okay, no matter. It consists of electromagnetic wave and its speed is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second in vacuum. It does not require any material medium. So I said that it is a electromagnetic wave. That means it consists of oscillating electric field and magnetic field. This is the electric field, this is the magnetic field. This is the direction of a propagation of a light. So light consists of oscillating electric field and magnetic field perpendicular to each other, like this. These two fingers represents the electric field and magnetic field, whereas the marker represents the direction of a light. That means when electric and magnetic field perpendicularly oscillating, due to that light is moving forward to forward. So we say it is an electromagnetic wave. So you know that electromagnetic wave does not require any material medium. Does not require either solid, liquid or gas, whatever it may be. So other waves like sound waves, it require medium, but light does not require any medium. That's why we are able to get the light from sun, which is far away from us. The light is coming through the empty space. Nothing is there in space, but it is coming due to electromagnetic nature of the light. So light in this topic, very important thing is that the nature of light. In fact, light have dual nature. See here, nature of light. What is the nature of light? Light travels in the form of electromagnetic wave. That means one is the wave nature. Okay, that means light travels in the form of electromagnetic, in the form of wave, means electromagnetic wave. Okay, light travels in the form of wave. This is the wave nature. Second one is the particle nature. Light consists of very small particles. So light consists of very small particles. which travel in straight line, which travel in straight line. So this is the particle nature, this is the wave nature, dual nature of light. It is called the dual nature of light. That means we accept that light travels in the form of wave. It is transverse in nature. At the same time, light travels in the form of small particles. You know that the elementary particle which can define the light, that is the photon. Already you might have studied the word photon frequently. The elementary particle which define light. The elementary particle which define light is called photon. The elementary particle which define light, that is called the photon. I said that light have dual nature. One is the wave nature, second one is the particle nature. Why we accepted to? Because some phenomenon of light, like diffraction, interference, polarization, these are the properties, these are the phenomenon of light we observe. It cannot be understood by particle nature. If we consider that light consists of a very small particles, according to Newton's corpuscular theory of light, that particles are corpuscles. If we consider light consists of only particles, we can understand the concept of a diffraction, interference and polarization. Diffraction in the sense bending of light at the corner of the object. Just like suppose we are outside the room, we are we are inside the room, somebody is talking outside, we are able to listen because the sound is bending at the corner of the window. Same thing happen in case of the light. Okay, diffraction or bending of light. Suppose one sharp blade I am showing, I shall focus the light. Surrounding that blade also I am getting light because the light is bending at the corner. That property is called the diffraction. Similarly, interference, another behavior exhibited by light. Light waves, they will interfere. Polarization. So this behavior of light we don't understand by the help of concept of particle nature of light. That means to understand the diffraction, interference, polarization, we have to accept that light travels in the form of wave. That means wave nature. Similarly, in case of reflection, in case of refraction, we take the help of particle nature of light. Particle nature of light. Just like suppose this is the wall, you are throwing the ball. After hitting the ball, it is also going back to the same medium. These balls are compared with these balls. Suppose this is a rubber ball, you are throwing towards the wall. This ball after hitting the wall going back to the same medium. So here the balls are compared with the particle. So we can understand this reflection, this refraction or cast of shadow, casting of shadow. If we consider light's particle nature, that means how the particles are hitting and coming back. This is the particle nature of a light I have explained with the help of a ball and wall. Suppose this is the rubber ball. Rubber balls are compared with the particle of light. After hitting the rubber ball, how it is going back? Particle of light after incident on the surface of an object, like a reflecting surface or smooth surface, it goes back. That means the concept of reflection, refraction or casting of shadow we can understand if we accept that light having the particle nature. That means to understand all these concepts we have to accept that light consists of wave nature as well as particle nature. That means the modern theory of light or quantum theory of light accept the dual nature of a light. The modern theory, or we say the quantum theory of light, accepts the dual nature of light. That means to understand the concept of light, we have to accept the dual nature. So depending upon the situation, we will understand whether it is the wave nature of light or particle nature of the light. I said that if it is the matter of a formation of a shadow, suppose this is an object. This is an object, opaque object through which light cannot travel. When light falls on it, backside that we are getting the shadow because the particles are unable to pass through it. So it is making the shadow. So that is the particle nature of a light. So modern theory of light accepted the dual nature of a light. One is the wave nature, one is the particle nature. So since this is the introduction class, so I will prefer to restrict myself within the periphery of the topic. So one of the most important concept is the laws of reflection. Laws of reflection, or I can say reflection of light from plane surface. First you see reflection. Reflection of light from plane surface. Before the reflection from plane surface, I would like to say what do you mean by reflection. Okay. So suppose this is a smooth surface, plane surface. One light ray came like this. You know what is light ray? A very thin way along which light travel. The way, the path along which light travel, we say light ray. A group of light rays, we say beam of light. So this is a ray of light. Suppose it incident at this point O. This point is called the point of incidence. This one we say incident ray. Suppose this is a plane mirror. This oblique line represents backside of the plane mirror. Okay. So this is the reflecting surface. So this one is the plane mirror. Okay. Now suppose a ray incident at this point. After incident, it send the light rays back into the same medium. This is only called the reflection. Reflection, the process in which light ray send back to the medium which fall on the surface of an object. Okay. The process of sending back the light rays after falling on the surface object. The process of sending back the light rays after falling on the surface of an object is called reflection of a light. Okay, so I say a single light ray, the path along which light travels, that is called the ray of light. A group of light rays, we say beam of light. So I am using the ray of light. So this is the incident ray. This point is called the point of incidence. This ray is called the reflected ray. So this better I shall draw somewhat more clearly all concepts. I shall try to explain through this picture diagram. See, this is the ray diagram. Actually, I am not drawing the mirror. I am drawing the ray diagram of a plane mirror. What is a plane mirror? Mirror is nothing but a thick flat glass sheet which one surface is coated with the silver. Thick, smooth, flat glass surface with one surface coated with the silver, because silver is the best reflecting substance. But nowadays most of the mirrors, its surface is coated with the aluminium due to the high cost of the silver. So plane mirror is nothing but a glass sheet with one surface painted with the reflecting substances like the silver or aluminium. So this is the ray diagram of the plane mirror. This is the plane mirror. This side represents the back side of the mirror. This is the front side of the mirror. Suppose a ray of light incident here. So this one I said that this is the incident ray. This one is the reflected ray. Okay, this point is the point of incidence. At this point, if I draw one normal, this is the normal, ON is the normal. That means the ON is exactly perpendicular to the smooth surface or the plane of the mirror. So this is the normal, this is the incident ray, this is the reflected ray, what you might have studied in 8th and 9th classes. This angle is called angle of incidence. The angle between the incident ray and the normal angle of incident, the angle between the normal and reflected ray, the angle between the reflected ray and the normal at the point of incidence is called the angle of reflection. So this is angle of incidence. This is angle of reflection. Okay. Now, what about this? This is incident ray. This is the reflected ray. What about this angle? This angle is called angle of deviation. That means we expected light rays will go straight, but instead of going straight, it is bending. So how much it bent from its normal path? That is called the angle of deviation. So what about this angle? This is called the glancing angle of incidence. Okay, and this angle is called glancing angle of reflection. Glancing angle of incidence means the angle between the incident ray and the reflecting surface is called the glancing angle of incidence. the angle between the reflected ray and the reflecting surface, this is called the glancing angle of reflection. These points very essential to study about the reflection of light. That's why I made your concept clear what you might have studied in the previous classes, but I felt it is necessary to say. That's why I explained the angle of incidence, the angle of reflection, incident ray, reflected ray, normal, plane, surface or the smooth surface or the plane mirror. This oblique line represents the back side of the mirror. This is the ray diagram of the mirror. Throughout the topic, we will not draw the picture of a mirror, picture of object, just we will use the ray diagram of the object or the mirror, whatever it may be. Okay, so this is about the different terms associated with the reflection of light. So now just I shall remind what is laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. Listen carefully. So laws, before explaining the laws of reflection, I would like to say what is object. Object means, in this topic, I am not telling general meaning of object. Object meaning in the aspect of optics. Anything what we can see, that is only object. Or we can say that from which light comes, means it may be source of light, or from which light after reflection comes. Both are the object. Simply way I can say that anything what we can see, that is only object. So what we can see, which gives the light we can see, or which reflect, we can see that. Okay. So laws of reflection. There are two laws of reflection. The first law. What is first law? The incident ray reflected ray and the normal at the point of incidence. The incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. What all lie in the same plane? Suppose see that. Suppose this is the mirror. This is the incident ray. This is the reflected ray. This is the normal. Okay? So AO is the incident ray, OB is the reflected ray, ON is the normal. Normal, not normal ray, because we have drawn it. Okay, for our understanding purposes. Now you imagine that these are the light rays. This AO exactly light rays, OB exactly light rays, ON is exactly normal, and this XY exactly is the plane mirror. All these three are lying in one plane. Which plane? That is the plane of the board here. Here plane means that is the plane of the board, or you can consider plane of the paper. Okay. For example, one object is like that. Light rays coming like this. Okay, it also goes like that. We can imagine here one normal. All three will lie in same plane. I am not telling that plane means all the time the surface of the board. Not like that. You can imagine in space when light rays comes, goes, one normal, all these three you can imagine this is in a plane. So plane means not all the time this board. suppose an object is there, light ray comes here, goes like that. We can imagine the plane is like this. So plane may be like this, plane may be like this, plane may be like that, does not matter. So the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. So this is about the first law of reflection. What about the second law? Second law. Shortly I can say that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. That means this angle of incident is equal to angle of reflection. Okay, so in case of the plane mirror, you can find easily angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So children, due to some inconvenient sound coming from outside, I am compelled to stop this video for today. In the next video, remaining concept I shall make it clear. Until then, bye.